T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I knew that hell would not have him.
You are all my children now.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you alive? Don't you? God damn you.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
This force, this thing that lived inside of him came from a source too violent, too deadly for you to imagine. It grew inside him, contaminating his soul. It was pure evil.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I knew that hell would not have him.
Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, baby.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today is Sunday. It's the Sunday Horror Hangout. Mad Matt is with me tonight, but he will be out in just a few minutes. He has to take care of something, but he will be here. We're talking Halloween tonight, people. We are talking Halloween. I know you guys love that. I love that as well. You know, this is the first quarter of the year. This is usually when I do the big 3 franchise stuff. And then we'll get into the other stuff a little later on in the year. But I want to make sure that I hit all of the slasher stuff early in the year. Not that I won't mix some in as the year goes by, but I definitely want to focus big on the slashers this part of the year. So hopefully StreamYard keeps it together tonight. I've gotten no notifications of any low bandwidth, which is a plus. Hopefully it keeps it together. Matt is backstage. He is jumping on right now. Here he goes. Mad Matt from Mad Mass Matt. What is up, my man? How you doing today, sir?
What's going on, everybody? Can you hear me okay, Michael?
Yeah, I hear you just fine, brother.
Awesome, man. It's I was listening in, man. It is Horror Hangout Sunday. I absolutely love this, man. I love Sunday. I love you fine, crazy ass horror fanatics. And we are talking about my favorite franchise, Halloween, dude. I'm stoked to be here. Thanks for having me. Let's do this, buddy.
Hell yeah, my man. Hell yeah, dude. I can't freaking wait to jump into it. And speaking of which, I see now I'm getting low bandwidth on StreamYard right now. So I don't know. Let me know how it is in the chat, because StreamYard has really been acting up lately. Unfortunately, again, this week I've gone through all of my stuff to make sure that it's not on my end. I've contacted StreamYard itself, so just let me know in the chat if we're having any issues. But before I get to those issues, let me see who we have in the chat on this beautiful night to talk about Halloween. I see that Jerry Wilson is in the chat saying, hello, Michael, let's get it, brother. Thug life. That's what I'm talking about. Jerry's also reminding everyone to smash that like button after the stream and take a moment to leave a comment. Hell yes, my man. Hell yeah, dude. Please, yes, after the stream is over, please leave a comment. And he's also saying, please consider joining Movies and Beyond on Patreon. And he leaves the link below. How you doing, Jerry? I hope you're doing well, my man. I hope you're doing well, sir. Peter Anthony from Peter Anthony Productions is in the chat saying, can't wait for this. Me too, my man. Me too. We can't do like we did with Friday the 13th with all the clips. YouTube didn't like that very much. So unfortunately, until I find out a good balance between what I like to do and what YouTube allows me to do, we won't be getting a whole lot of clips tonight like we did for Friday the 13th, unfortunately. But what's up, Peter? I hope you're doing well, my man. I hope you're doing well. Breezy is in the chat as well, saying top 10 moments. I'm gonna just list the movies in these moments. They are Halloween 78, H2, H4, H18, Kills, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, H2O, and more. Yes, there are a lot of great Halloween moments in those movies for sure. Melissa the Wild Card is in the chat saying hey to everyone. What's up, Melissa? I hope you're doing well.
Hello, Melissa.
Val from Val's Views is in the chat. The General is in the chat, and the General always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. And Val has hit her 12 months as a channel member at Movies and Beyond. And she says, I can't believe it's been a year already, and what an amazing year it has been. Get to watch our Movies and Beyond family grow. Here's to another amazing year. Hell yeah. Congratulations.
I love it.
Congratulations on 12 months, and thank you so much for being a supporter of this channel for the 12 months. Well, apparently I've been able to do channel members for 12 months now. Dude, do you believe it's been that long? Like, literally, it does not feel like it's been that long since I've been able to do channel members. Wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, Michael. Time just keeps going forward, man. It's relentless, brother. But yeah, it's wild, man. And it's like, I just want to second that, man. It has been a awesome year. You know, for the channel, for the shop, for us horror freaks, man. It's been awesome.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, it has. Also, I see that Mr. Rick has been a channel member for 11 months. He is 1 month behind Val there, and he's saying, I can't believe it. It's been almost a year. Seems longer. Seems shorter to me, man. He said, I can't wait for another year. Should be fun. My mug came, but it was broken, so I had to take it back. Hopefully I get it back soon. Dude, I am so sorry that happened to you, brother. I'm so sorry that your mug was broken. I hope that it wasn't hard to get it exchanged. That was the first time I've heard that there was any issues with shipping, and I hope that it was easy to do. So like I said, another company runs that for me, but I definitely want your feedback on that so I can be in contact with them if there are any issues with that. And I'm sorry that happened, Mr. Rick, but thank you so much for getting a mug, and congratulations, brother, on 11 months. And thank you so much for your support, brother. All right. Let's see. Paula is in the chat as well, saying hi. Sorry I'm late. You are right on time, Paula. I hope that you are doing well, my friend. Happy Sunday.
Yeah, what's up, Paula?
And James has entered the chat. The Shape is in the chat saying hi, everybody. What's up, James? I hope you're doing well, my friend.
Hello, James.
Lydia is in the chat as well, saying hi ho, officers. What's up, Lydia? Oh, I am getting. You guys talk so much. It's so hard to go through this. You guys are awesome. Jeff D'Angelo is in the chat as well, saying, what's up, all you scary people? What's up, Jeff? I hope you're doing well.
Hello, Jeff.
Always good to see Jeff in the chat. It's always good to see all of you guys in the chat. Let's see, did I get to everybody already? Everybody that's chatting anyway. Did I get to them? Oh, I see Dominic St. Clair is in the chat as well, saying, hey, Michael, when can I come back to chat with you? You're a cool person to talk to. But anytime you want, brother. Anytime you want. I'm right here, sir. Good to see you, Dominic. Happy Sunday, brother. Happy Sunday. Kyle's in the chat as well, saying, don't forget about Halloween 3. Had nothing to do with Michael Myers, but still a great movie. Hey, it is a part of the list of Halloween stuff. What's up, Kyle?
Though?
What is
Hello,
up, Kyle?
Kyle. Is it though?
Hey, what did I always say about this? You like what you like.
I know, but I'm kind of feeling like I'm feeling like a villain tonight, man. What can I say, Michael?
It must be the mask.
I think
the mask
it is, buddy.
bringing that out of you.
The
mask is bringing that out. I see that Jerry Wilson has also been a member for 12 months in Movies and Beyond. Says, seems like yesterday. Love you, Michael and Matt. What's up, Jerry? Dude, thank you
Love
so
you, brother.
much. Thank you so fucking much, Jerry. And congratulations on 12 months as a member, Jerry. You are the man. Thank you for everything that you do, man. And fuck, dude, congratulations. A year, man. I can't believe it has been a year. That is absolutely insane. Let's see. Angry Little Fella 106 is in the chat saying, you, Michael. What's up? What's up, Angry Little Fella? Mad Mom, aka Teresa Stevens, is in the chat saying, hello, everyone. Time goes by so fast. I can't believe how long you've been doing this show. I know, it is just... Time flies when you're having fun.
Mother.
Time flies when you're having fun. That's it. That's all I can say about that. What's up, Teresa? Happy Sunday. Time flies when you're having fun. All right, I got everybody in the chat. Matt, we have gotten to everybody. Well, at least, all of the people that are chatting. Some people don't like to chat, but that's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to chat. But Matt, we are going to get into Halloween now. Let's jump into Halloween. I don't know who went first for Friday. But you being the guest on the show, man, I will give you first crack at it. Give me one of your top 10 best scenes from the Halloween franchise.
Okay, I absolutely will do. And while you were talking, I'm thinking, do I want to open with a banger or something I think might not be on most people's list? I'm going to go with the latter, my friend.
All right.
So I am going with the Loomis and Michael stare down on the stairs, Halloween 5, my friend. To me, this is absolutely gorgeous. It is gorgeous. And I didn't know, it wasn't always, I didn't always feel this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a mask that grew on me over time. And I feel like that happens a lot with me. Okay. But God, over time, if I haven't grown to love it for its just eerie, off the wall like creepiness. And I get what everyone says, man. They call it the Nicolas Cage mask. I see it.
Yeah.
He's got a big nose, he's got the straight hair mullet. What's up with that? I get it all, man. But for whatever reason, it works for me. And when Loomis gets up there on that, up there on that balcony, for whatever reason, because Michael, you met Don Shanks. He's not a little guy, but he's by no means a behemoth.
Right.
But that's what he looks like for how they shot it. That whatever they
Right.
can do amazing things in film, right?
Yeah.
But he just looks gigantic, and when he does that slow tilt, man, to me it's gold. It's absolute gold. So that's what I'm going with the Loomis Michael stare down Halloween 5, my friend.
That's definitely, one of the brighter sides of Halloween 5 for me. The only issue I have with that is I wanted his mask tucked in. And like that's real big for Michael. I always talk about the eyes. I don't want to see the eyes, and I want that mask tucked in. And
I don't think that mask could be tucked in.
I don't think it could either. The neck flares out like this on that mask.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing too, man. And if I'm not mistaken, it's really the only time that Michael puts his hands on Loomis, up until that point, because in Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Michael never really went for Loomis. There was that little brief thing in Halloween 2 where they were turning on the oxygen, that ended up, blowing up the room there. But that was really the first time that Michael was just like, I'm just going to get you out of my way. And he throws him through the little thing. Like it's just, I'm trying to think, did he go after him?
He was more of a nuisance to Michael. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I always wondered,
more of a nuisance to Michael.
As a kid, I always wondered if there was a weird connection with Michael not going after him because he was his doctor and maybe he was the only person that ever talked to him. I always wondered that as a kid. It kind of went off the rails, in the later years with Halloween. But I always remember thinking that as a kid, like he never goes after Loomis. Like you don't see Loomis as like, I feel like he should be a thorn in his side and he needs to take care of Loomis and he'd have a lot easier time.
It's a great argument, Michael. It's a great argument, and I see your side with that. I haven't really thought about that, but I kind of dig it. But you can't argue with what you said. Like, as much as Loomis is coming after him, there's very little Michael going after Loomis for sure.
I don't know, man. I haven't thought about that in a very long time, but bringing that scene up, it just really made me think about it. I don't know why, but I don't know. I think there's a little more to be explored there for sure. Like with that, if you really wanted to get into it, but who knows, man? Who knows? Let's see. Teresa saying, I love my new Movies and Beyond t-shirt. That is so awesome, Teresa. I absolutely love that for you. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you do. Michelle is in the chat
she's
as
not
well.
kidding, Michael. She pranced that thing around when it came in. She was tooting her own horn, brother. She loves it.
That is so cool, man. That is so freaking cool. And thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much for picking that up. That's so amazing. Michelle is in the chat as well, saying happy Sunday to everyone. Happy Sunday, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Let's see. We've got a lot of conversation between you guys. going on. James is saying, I love that scene. The mask was so cool. The scene, Michael looking up, then back down to Loomis, was creepy. It was creepy. It was. Val is saying, come on, StreamYard. There it is. Val was saying, best moment, H4, when Loomis was going to unalive Jamie. It really showed how deep Loomis was into his madness about Michael. Yeah. I agree. There's so much in this franchise, and I'm almost positive, Matt, that we are not going to get to all of it, and these fine people in the chat are going to bring up some things that we definitely miss. But I'm going to go ahead and throw one out there. I am going to start on one that you guys, I'll just say it. Halloween H2O, Michael comes down from the rafters with one arm, showing his strength behind Laurie Strode. That made, the little Halloween video that I did. I literally was like, this is badass the first time I saw it. You're looking around for Michael. He just comes down with that one arm in that slow fashion. To me, that is one of my, it's up there. It is definitely up there. Laurie's looking around for him and so creative. And I'm not going to lie to you. In the trailer for Halloween Kills, when we were about to get that movie, and it shows what's the boyfriend's name? I forget the boyfriend's name. Cameron is looking around, and you see like the blood drip down on his hand. It was in the trailer, and I remember thinking the first time I saw that, I said, "Oh shit, is he gonna do like the one arm Halloween H2O drop down that he did?" Of course it ended up being Lonnie. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Kills, it's kind of your fault at this point. We are talking Halloween, but I really thought that might have happened. But dude, that scene for me, there's not a lot to say about it, but I definitely wanted to get it in here. That to me, that was that was a form of badassery that I felt like had to be mentioned tonight when you talk about Halloween for sure. Let's see. Oh, Jerry's got it right here. I like it when Michael does the one arm drop down. That's dude. Yes. It's so good. Breezy is saying the ending of H4 is number one. Yeah, it came full circle. That whole ordeal came full circle. For sure. All right, Matt. Let's go ahead. And bring me your next Halloween scene. It rhymes.
Okay. This is also, I don't know if I want to say, hell with it. This is also my favorite kill. I am going with Halloween 2. It's another thing of Michael showing his power. I'm going with the scalpel kill. When he sticks that nurse in the back, slowly picks her up with one freaking arm and just holds it. I absolutely, and we're only on the second Halloween at this time,
Yeah.
I just remember watching that and I was like, okay. Because I love strength. I love a good slasher showing strength, or just in general in a horror film.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big reason I loved Jason so much, right? Jason was so damn powerful.
Brutal.
And I always was kind of thinking, compared to Jason, what kind of strength does Michael have? Because we really hadn't seen a whole lot, really, right?
Yeah.
And I just love that show of power. And it's shot beautifully. It's right as Jamie turns around. She's sitting there watching that. I love how her shoes drop. I just absolutely love it. And then he just unsticks her, lets her flop. The music hits, and he's back to coming forward. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
So good, man. And it made my list. I'm not going to use that one because we're going to talk extensively about it now. But definitely, man. And there are things in these horror movies. It happens with Friday the 13th. It happens with Nightmare on Elm Street. It happens with, Halloween. The fact that the scalpel is only yay long and he's able to lift up a body and it doesn't move we're going to ignore that. Just like we're going to ignore when Jason stabs somebody through a tree. Like we're gonna ignore the physics and all
I
of
was
that stuff
kind of
around it.
under the thing. I feel like he put his whole hand in there.
You
Like,
think you
let
think
the
he might have?
scalpel be the first. Yeah, because scalpel's not going to do that. I feel like his whole
Yeah.
hand went in her back, man. But yeah.
Not to bring up another movie. It is Halloween's night, but I always got the same with the beginning of Freddy versus Jason, where Jason stabs that girl through the tree, and the machete goes through the tree.
The tree
Yeah,
is this thick.
it doesn't bend or anything. You know what I mean? Like it just goes right through it, and you're just like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But there's a little bit of if you're really paying attention, I don't think
And
you
not
really
to
have to
say
worry.
how thick that tree was. That
You know,
machete could have been all the way in there, and it's not going to stick out the other side.
not to
That
mention
tree
it had to
was
be
like,
10 feet long. Like it literally was just craziness.
Mm,
Craziness.
yeah, that tree was from the Cretaceous period, brother. Like it was massive.
But one thing with that scene, back to Halloween 2 and that scene with that, Matt, the fact that it was so slow is what made it so eerie. You know what I mean? Like Dick Warlock's version of Michael was very, very slow. He didn't rush to do anything. The whole time that he's chasing Laurie, every one of his movements, even when he walks through the glass, everything's so slow. He has it's very meticulous, and he will slowly like raise the scalpel before he starts walking. Very slow, so it made it very eerie in that way. And the mere fact that he lifted her up and it was just right there in front of her, dude, it's such a great scene. Great call, man. Great call on that scene for sure. For me, let's see. I've got Loomis quotes in here that I can't not talk about as favorite. I am going to go with this one. I'm going to pull one from one of your favorite Halloween movies, Matt, because to me it was the shining light in this movie for me. When Loomis is talking to the lady in the house, what's her name? She was some relation to Laurie Strode. She was the mom of the main girl that was in that movie. He sat down to talk to her.
Yeah, I forget her name.
Right. So
yeah.
You think Michael's in the house, but it's Loomis, and he sits down and has a conversation with her about Michael. Loomis doing his Loomis thing, and he goes into that little like tirade where he's just like, this force, this thing that lived inside of him came from a source too violent, too deadly for you to imagine. It grew inside of him, contaminating his soul. Loomis had a way with words, man, to whether you were in the movie or not, it made you want to be like, hell yeah, dude. Loomis has got me amped up. Let's go. Let's freaking go, dude. Like we said, Loomis being the hype man of Michael Myers, dude, he came through with that line. And it's a movie that I don't really enjoy that much, but Loomis had me, ready to put the football helmet on and run out on the field. And he was very good at doing that for sure. And I love that line. Loomis always dropping dimes when he gets the chance to talk, dude. And this one for me is definitely up there for me for sure.
Yeah, when Pleasance passed away, a chunk of Halloween went with him. Like he definitely left his mark, and you can still make a wonderful Halloween movie, but there will always be that piece missing, and that is Donald Pleasance as Loomis, man. He was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
He just had a way to make you want to go in and play. He was like the coach, man. You know what I mean? He was the one to get you amped up watching it. Like, yeah, we're about to go. We are about to go. Breezy saying the beginning of H2 when Loomis says, "You don't know what death is." Oh, that's a good one, man. I
love that too. I love it. And then that's when the music hits. It's so good.
He just takes off running too. Like this poor bastard living next door is like, I'm gonna drink and treated to death tonight. He's tired, and Loomis is like, you don't know shit, and then just takes off running. You know what I mean? Like Loomis, like, you have no idea what's going on here. You're not in this movie. It's so good, man. Breezy, yeah, that's definitely a good one. For sure.
You don't know what death is.
Yeah, he's just gone, and he just runs away. Like he's just like, I'm out of here. You know, it's so good, so freaking good. Val says my number one favorite moment in the OG when Michael slowly comes into focus behind Laurie, cements the idea that he is the boogeyman. That that one made the list too. Like it's fantastic. Like that is absolutely fantastic. James is saying, I love that he held her up with one arm. All that dead weight on a scalpel with her shoes plopped off. Laughed my head off. What's up, James? Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Oh, let's see. Where are we at here?
If that girl dies tonight.
Got it right there. Val threw that out there as well. Oh my god.
That's where I saw it. Yeah, I love
Hell
it.
Yeah. Kyle saying that was from Halloween 6, I believe, when he tells the woman to get her family out of the house. Yes, Kyle, it was.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
Halloween 6. The curse of Michael Myers. The curse of Michael Myers.
Was her name Deborah?
You know, I honestly don't know. I don't know.
That just came to my mind, and 6 is my jam. I'm hoping I am correct. I want to say Deborah.
Yeah. Like it's I don't know. Landon's in the chat saying, hi guys. Sorry I'm late. What's up, Landon? Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday, brother. Happy Sunday.
Great to see you, Landon. Great to see you, buddy. Always my friend. That is my wonderful nephew and good friend, Landon. That I'll be annihilating with paintballs here very shortly. But what's up, buddy?
I haven't been paintballing in forever, man. That's so much fun.
Same, dude. We're same. We're doing this men's outing, with the kids and some of my brothers and whatnot. And I'm stoked, dude. I'm stoked.
So much freaking fun. Peter Anthony, what's up, my friends? What's up, Peter? Hope you're having a good Sunday, my man. Hope you're having a good Sunday, brother. All right, Matt, it is time for you to bring us another one.
Okay. I am going to go with, okay. I don't want to steal too many that I know are for sure on your list.
Hey, do what you got to do, my man.
I am going with The Walk in the Rain, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 dream sequence.
All right.
So I love it. I love this shot. It's towards the end, they exit the hospital, right?
Yeah.
Laurie has ran to that little shack where Buddy is, and then they pan off to the distance, where it's just pouring down rain. You watch Michael slowly exit the hospital. He turns, does that slight pause while he's just kind of staring forward. You see him holding the axe. He pauses for a minute and then starts beelining it straight ahead. To me, it's my favorite look of his. And with the rain coming down on him, the hair getting all matted. I think Tyler Mane looks absolutely beautiful in every way. The height, his build, the mask. I absolutely love it. This may not be on a lot of people's list, and that's okay. For me, it's absolutely gold, man. I love it. And I love that pause he does. It's like, and you just see him standing with that rain beating on him, and he's like, okay, this is the direction I'm going. And he starts, it's like, here we go. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, man. It's definitely a good scene. It's definitely, for me, a light and an otherwise, dark movie for me. Like that's definitely the thing that I will always say is my favorite, is that whole dream sequence, and I remember it's probably been about a year since I've seen that movie, and it's
almost a shame it's so good with the rest of the movie being what it is. It's almost ignorant,
man. But I remember feeling bad for Buddy. You know what I mean? It's like, this poor guy, like he has no idea what's coming to him. This is bad. But yeah, I enjoy whole scene with that.
Yeah, yes. He's getting $11 an hour to look over the place. Rain pouring down on him. wants to help this girl out, like, keep her warm, get her coffee. Yeah, Buddy gets it.
But poor Buddy. But I get it, man. Yeah, definitely a good scene for sure. And I don't often, speak great of the Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 movie. But um I definitely enjoy that dream sequence of it. I do. Like it's freaking awesome. For me on this one, I gotta go with Halloween 2018. This is one I've
Okay.
talked about extensively, and what this means to me, and it's a very subtle scene, and it's at the end. It's once they've caged Michael, and he's standing on those stairs, and the fire's all around him, and he's just looking at them. There's no fear in his eyes. There's no concern for the fire. To me, that was the version of the shape that I always thought he should be, in my own way. Like, to me, Michael being the shape, there's no emotion, there's no rhyme, there's no reason, there's nothing but him just standing there emotionless. I feel like if the movie, and I've said this before, but I'm gonna go ahead and repeat it because it pertains to what I'm talking about. I feel like even if there was no Halloween Kills and no Halloween Ends, if it ended just like that, man, I feel like that would be acceptable as an ending for Michael, to where he would just stand there and burn to death with nowhere to go, with no running around like I'm on fire. No, because he's showing himself being the shape. He's being that person that has no emotion or anything. And the way that he looks up at them, man, just the look, like you can't see the eyes, even though the fire's there. He just has that look. They never make you feel sorry for Michael, and they do a very good job of not making you feel sorry for Michael in that scene, because you're just thinking like, this is the means to an end, and this is, if Michael's going out, this is how I want it to freaking happen. And I think that's fantastic, man. I think that is absolutely an amazing scene. I don't hear a lot of people, talking about that scene. Maybe they don't see it the way that I do, but I absolutely
It was on my list, buddy.
Oh shit, that's fantastic, man.
Yeah,
It's fantastic. It's just so good, man. So good. Let me catch up on the chat a little bit here, Matt, and we'll jump into some more. Let's see, a lot of conversation back and forth. James is saying, every time I hear Knights in White Satin, it always makes me think of the dream sequence scene.
I'm right there with you, James. I'm right there with you.
That's fair. Breezy say Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 when Mike flips the car. Lori, Halloween themed dream sequences are goated. They are freaking good. Yes. James is saying poor old Buddy chopped in the back like a log. Melissa saying fun clip is when that someone in here, there's a man, mad mask, who does what he wants. She says, old man says, who the F cares? Call the police. Halloween kills old. Yes, there's a man here in a monster mask. Yes. That is.
He's hysterical.
He's
hysterical. Who gives a shit? Call the police.
What does he want? Who gives a shit? Yeah, so good.
That'd be what I'd be saying too. Like, what's he want? Toilet paper? I don't know.
I'm not even worried about the drone at this point. I'm not even worried.
Oh, hell no.
Val says kills when Michael kills Phil and almost kills Sandra. That scene encompassed what that movie was about. The shape on a mission, and nothing was going to stand in his way. How evil to make her watch. Yeah, and she's talking about, the same sequence there. Her having to sit there and watch Michael put those knives in his back. Savage for sure. Breezy is saying H18 motion sensor scene. Oh yeah, with what's his name? The friend who ends up on the gate with the part of the gate through his mouth. The lights come on, Michael disappear, or the lights come on, Michael's there. Oh, so good.
Oscar.
Yes. Val saying James Hugh Courtney killed playing the shape. Pun intended. I gotcha. Melissa saying she had to watch her man being stabbed over and over and was still alive. Yeah. So yeah, that was rough. Brother
That
of a
was
certain
Michael in a
age.
very brutal state.
Yeah, it did. And also he was almost playful in that too. Taking the time to meticulously put the knife in a certain area. It was almost like, was he playing a game on his back or was he testing knives out? But you saw
Like
it was
a child's
almost like a
curiosity, like-
child's curiosity. Were my exact words, dude. Like that's exactly what that was. Brother of a certain age is saying that basement fire scene is like Loomis's description of a young Michael Myers in the original Halloween 2. I got you, man. Yeah. Kyle is saying another memorable scene from Rob Zombie's first Halloween was when Michael Myers was a kid beating the bully to death with a tree limb. Yeah, that was.
I dig that too. I
Yeah.
dig that too. It's very disturbing. It is, but I like that. It just looks very real. And then when he slowly pulls down the clown mask and then begins, beat him again. It's brutal. I dig that too.
Hell yeah, man.
And that kid had
Michelle,
it coming. Let's just be honest. Gosh damn.
Michelle said, "Have a good night, everyone. Gotta go. Take it easy, Michelle."
Bye, Michelle.
Breezy was throwing out the name Oscar. Yes, it was. James saying, "Ain't no chains gonna hold Michael down." Gotcha, James. All right. Paula's throwing out Michael sliding down the river in Halloween 5. Lying down the river.
It's like he's at a ride at the beach, man. Like put a little martini and a little raft around his ass, and that'd be a good meme. Photoshopping with like a martini and Michael on the lazy river.
Michael on the lazy river. Yes. Let's see. All right, Matt, your turn. Give me a movie or give me a scene.
All right. I'm gonna go with Michael being the freak in the sheets, man. Staring out that window in H1 when Michael is in the sheets, man. Oh, just stop it. Just stop it, man. And that's why, Michael, when we were at Mask Fest together and I saw that clay sculpture from Caleb Creates with Michael in the sheets, dude, I knew I had to pick that up.
Yeah.
Price almost didn't matter. It's just, I love that scene. I like it. I feel like the bush is more talked about and I love the bush scene, but I think I like the sheets even better. Just something about that, him looking up. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Nick Castle looked absolutely amazing. And I feel like it, I could be wrong, but I don't feel like they put a super amount of thought into, what Michael was going to look like. They put some, but for how simple he was, man, let's face it, we've seen creatures with everything going on, hoses, breathing masks, gigantic tails, teeth, whatever, you know what I mean? And Michael's a guy in coveralls and a white mask.
Yeah.
That's it. But gosh, if he doesn't look gorgeous. But that's it, man. I just love that shot. Plain and simple.
That scene, dude, it's debatable. The way that I've always looked at that scene, yes, you're right. 100%. It looks fantastic. But it's just like, I did a video about a year ago where I talked about this. It's like, was Michael really even there though? Or was that Lori just seeing, Michael there? Because she never breaks her line of sight. She never looks away. He's there 1 minute and then he's gone the next. It's not like she turned around to do something, look back and he's gone, but he was just
almost like, is he in her head now?
Right.
Yeah.
And there's, that's a whole conversation like this. That could be a whole show talking about those types of things. But that's something that has always stuck out in my mind, just for the simple fact that she never.
I've never thought of that.
Yeah, she doesn't. She's looking, and she's looking right at him, and she goes to close the window, and he's gone. So she never takes her eyes off of that. And it's just, yeah, go back and look at that scene, and it really starts to make you think, you know, where you talk about Halloween 2018 to where they were talking about, yeah, he's not really after Laurie. She's just there, you know. But yes, what a fantastic shot of Michael. It's so good, dude. So freaking good. I didn't have that on my list, but then it should have been, you know, definitely one of those things that we said that we'd be throwing out there that it's like, oh damn,
Oh,
that
there's
should've
too
been
many
on
to
there.
get this list
Yeah.
correctly, man. Is
For sure. I do want to continue off of what Paula was saying when she was talking about Michael sliding down the river. She said, how did he stay straight? That's a good question. That is a very good question, Paula. I did laugh a little bit when I saw that because you brought up a very good question. How did he stay straight? For sure.
Was he straight, or wasn't he kind of bouncing around a little bit?
He was, but he was going one direction, facing one way. Like, I don't know. I probably, it's been a little while since I've seen it. I have to go back.
He's
and look
going
at
with the stream, right? He's going with the stream.
It's rolling with the current.
Riding the wave.
Just
Riding the current.
So good. So good. Me, I've got to bring this up, man. And it's a collection of scenes, but it's one sequence. Kind of like the dream sequence, you know, but I've got to go with the flashback scene from Halloween Kills. To me, that was, regardless of what you think of the rest of the movie, that flashback scene, watching that, Matt, I felt like I was watching Halloween when I was a kid.
I got goosebumps.
It felt, it sounded like old school Halloween. Like I had rented that movie from Blockbuster. You know, I have my snacks and I'm watching it on a Friday night with some friends. And that to me had to be on this list. Michael looked fantastic. He looked vintage. What's that guy's name? Was it Aaron Armstrong who played Michael?
Yes.
In that? So good, man. So good. You get, you know, if you watch the
and that mask, dude.
Yeah, so good. If you watch the extended version of that, you get to see Michael, you know, on the side of the bushes, kind of like he was in the original Halloween. You get that scene where he's walking down the alleyway, and to me, it's one of the best looking Michaels I've ever
wanted to see
seen.
it. I wanted to see more of it, man.
I wanted the whole movie to be like that. Like just keep it here. Give me a whole separate, you know, story. And
just
although
walking in that alley was awesome.
Yeah. And although it wasn't, you know, 100%, and you could tell, I think that they did a fantastic job replacing Loomis for that scene. You know, they could have gone 100 different directions with that. And, you know, if you're a nerd like me and you're staring at it super close, yes, you could tell, but it felt like Loomis was there to me. It felt like 1978. All the things to me lined up to make it so damn good, Matt. And if I didn't bring up the flashback scene in this, I would have been beside myself. I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved the flashback scene. I can't leave it out of here. I can't. Val throwing up kills again. Cameron's death scene, just brutal. That was freaking brutal.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Breezy thrown out Halloween 4 when Mike tries to pull Jamie Lloyd under the bed. Oh, that's that lightning strike scene.
Yeah. And, very cool. Very cool.
And Halloween 18 when he's in the closet. I love that scene too, Breezy, for H18. I just wish that it wasn't in the trailer. So it didn't surprise me when I went to see the movie because it was right there in the trailer. They did a horrible job showing that in there. But yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. I love that scene as well. Let's see. Oh, this is another one. Breezy's throwing out where Tommy's looking out the window and sees Michael staring back at him at night across the street, standing in front of the house.
Oh, yeah.
Such an iconic scene. Beautiful scene. Very beautiful scene. A brother of a certain age said, I've heard Freaky Jason, but not Freaking the Sheets Mikey. It has a ring to it. Yeah, it does. It does. James is saying, I think the scene Michael holding up the phone to his ear, listening to Lori when hearing saying, "I'll kill you if this is a joke." Yeah, that was cool when he was listening on the phone and she heard the breathing. Like, yeah, that was so good. That was so
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Peter
And I
saying
am
the
not playing on my phone. My list is on my phone.
Hey, man, that's where you got to put it. The flashback scene was movie magic, the closest thing to the real Michael ever on screen since part 1. Dude, you couldn't have said it better. You couldn't have said it freaking better. Fantastic. It was unbelievable. Peter's also saying the only issue with it is Loomis's voice, but I'll still take it. Yeah, dude, there were little things, man. And you're right. You're right. It was a little off, but like you said at the end of that
I thought it
statement,
was
but I'll still
okay.
take it.
I
Yeah,
thought
it
it was
wasn't
okay.
bad. It wasn't, but you do notice it. It is noticeable. Breezy is saying Mike Lindsay chase scene and kills. Yeah, that was good. When she hits him with those she's got those rocks in that trick or treat bag. Yeah, that was so damn good. So damn good. A brother of a certain age is saying the flashback definitely teleported me back to childhood. Goosebumps, increased heart rate, on the edge of my seat. Yeah. Dude. So, and I wasn't expecting it, but it goes right into the music. You hear the police sirens, and you're just like, whoa, what the hell's going on right now? This is freaking amazing. I loved it. Breezy saying we all wanted more. Yes. All right, Matt, what do you got, brother?
All right. I'm going back to one of my faves, Halloween 6. I absolutely love the opening kill when again he comes out of the shadows. I think he looks fantastic in 6. Absolutely fantastic. Build and all. I know people pick on him for being fat. I love it all. He picks up the nurse, puts her head in that spike. What that spike's doing there, I don't know, but we'll let that go.
It's a random spike. It's fine.
It's a big gnarly spike just right there in the wall. I've always thought, like, what did he actually stick her on? Just looks like a spike. What a perfect opportunity for you, Michael.
Yeah. And she's standing right there with it too.
And standing right there, but it picks her up, puts her on that spike, and I also believe he was portrayed very well in 6. Same guy in 4.
George P. Wilbur. Yeah.
George P. Wilbur puts her on that spike, slowly kind of lays, takes his hand off of her throat, takes that step back, does the crooked little bit of head turn. I think it's beautiful. I absolutely think it's beautiful. And that also got me like, I'm like, okay, look, we got a Halloween movie here. Let's do this. So love it, man. I love it.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Breezy is saying that H-18 cop jack-o'-lantern scene caught me off guard in the theaters. That definitely in there. I got major goosebumps from that. Yeah, that was crazy. That was,
and you and I both, Michael. You and I both. I feel like own an awesome prop of that Officer Francis head that they're talking about. That head is done very, very well. And yeah, once I got that in your hands, I'm like, man, I got to get one of those too eventually. And I finally picked it up, but and it looks so gnarly when it's lit up, as the jack-o'-lantern. There's been some people that have actually carved that inside of that prop out, and put a light in it and kind of, duplicate that.
I could see them doing that, man. I definitely could see that for sure.
Yeah. It said it was a lot of work, which I can imagine, but yeah.
Definitely. Melissa's saying, I still think it's funny. No keys, then goes back into the car. Didn't even think about unlocking it. Annie from the first one. Yeah. Yep. Sure did. When she's singing, "Oh, Paul." Yeah.
No keys.
No keys. Kyle saying H4 when Loomis sees Michael in that gas station after he killed the mechanic and he tells him to go to Haddonfield.
Oh,
Not to go to
yes,
Haddonfield.
yes,
Yeah. He's
yes,
standing there in the
yes, yes.
wraps. Yeah.
Not on my list, but it should be. That's the one
Yeah.
that slipped through. That's a good one.
God damn you, Michael. You know, and he shoots.
I love that scene too.
Yeah, for sure.
And how you don't know Michael, you don't know Michael's there, you know, when he's first staring and then he says Michael, and it's just that's like a goosebump moment too, you know?
Yeah.
Then it flashes over to him like, gosh, yeah.
Leave those people alone. Yeah. Yep. It sure does. James is saying Loomis was a jerk in Rob Zombie's Halloween. Yeah.
Halloween 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Halloween 2 for sure. But what do you think about H1 Rob Zombie, James? I thought he was okay.
Melissa's saying I love 6, Matt. All right.
Love it, Melissa. We just became besties.
Peter saying seeing Diana Prince in Ends was great. I had no clue. I had just shot Vengeance 2 with her, and all my friends looked at each other like, dude, that's freaking awesome, man. That is freaking awesome.
Oh, that is cool. Now, who was she?
Diana Prince. Breezy saying H4 when he sticks his thumb in the medic's head and his bandage look. That disturbed me as a child. Dude, the thumb in the forehead in H4 was gnarly. Like that was, that's freaking gnarly. Like seriously. Like no, I was
made me think of a Jason type of kill, honestly.
It did, but I was gonna say that was probably up until that point that Michael hadn't done, you know, too much gnarly like that. But right when I was about to say it, the hot tub scene from Halloween 2 popped in my head, and that was freaking gnarly too. Like that was just, that's not on my list. Should be, when he dunks that girl in the hot tub and her face is burning off. That shit was freaking crazy too.
Yeah, it was.
Kyle says Halloween 6 when Michael kills Jamie and she tells him he can't have the baby before she dies. Michael kills him.
Yeah, I do dig that, but at the same time, I hated seeing Jamie go. Although it wasn't played by Daniel Harris, and I hated that. But I did hate seeing Jamie go. But it is good. It's a good barn scene.
It is. It is, but it's like a throwaway. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it felt like a throwaway, but all good, man. All good. I have to bring this one up, dude. I feel like this can't be left out either. I met this 6-year-old child with a blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. I spent 8 years trying to reach him and then another trying to keep him locked up because I realized what was living behind those eyes was purely and simply evil. That paints the picture for me for the OG Halloween. Loomis explaining what Michael is. You know, he's the one that knows. Going back to when we were saying that, you know, Loomis is the coach, you know, getting the players amped up to freaking play, dude. This is another one of those moments in Halloween I feel like is so damn important to who Michael is, and to keeping the audience like, what the hell are we dealing with here? I think that's an absolutely fantastic scene, and probably I would be willing to say, if not the top dialogue for Loomis of all time, it is that, but definitely top 3 for sure. This was something to me that always stuck with me. And yes, when I did read it. I didn't recite it from memory. I have a horrible memory. Anybody that knows me knows that. But this one really, you know, stuck with me. And I had to throw that in here as well too, from the original Halloween for sure. Let's see. James didn't like the shotgun impaling from Halloween 4. All right.
I can agree with him on that. I thought it was a little, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that the Paula agrees as well. Let's see. Breezy saying the Halloween 78 ending. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
James is saying the devil's eyes. Oh yeah. Right, James. Breezy saying Halloween 78, the beginning where Mike first breaks out at night and the lightning. Yeah. That's good too. You know what I also liked about that scene too? They're driving there, and the nurse says to Loomis, "Can you not refer him as it?" And he's like, "If you say so." You know what I mean? Like Loomis is already, this is not a person. This is a thing. Like it's so good, man. So good.
If you say so. That's awesome.
If you say so. All right, Matt, what do you have next, sir?
I'm gonna stay in 1978 with you guys for a minute, and I'm going that classic sit up. I loved it as a kid. We all we all tried to reenact it as kids. If you were wrestling or something, which the Undertaker even must have liked it as well. I do believe.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that setup, man. I love it. It's just so robotic. It's so, and for back then, it was also it had a creepy value to it. It really did.
Oh yeah.
It's just who sits up like that. Just straight up, like almost robotic, like, and then just turns their head like he did. It was so good. It was so good, and it's something and over time you saw a whole lot of cool stuff, but for back then and just how classic it was, I can't leave that off my list.
Oh yeah.
That stood up. Was that on yours, Michael?
It was not, but it should have been.
Okay.
It definitely should have been, for sure. Because, dude, that's iconic. That's an iconic scene. And it was the moment to where you're looking at your screen like, oh shit. Because Lori's not paying attention. She's walking away.
Yes.
She's got her back to the whole situation. And not only does he sit up, he gets up, he picks up his knife that was just thrown on the ground next to her for next to him for some odd reason, and he's coming for her. It's just so good. And then that's, we get to see him unmasked shortly after that, and Loomis shows up. But what a great scene, man. What a great freaking scene, for sure. Let's see. James was saying, I think that was my favorite Loomis saying. Yeah, dude, it was so good. Such great dialogue. He does so good with that. Melissa saying, I like it when Michael gets the sheriff's daughter with the gun. Okay. I think we were just talking about that one a few minutes ago.
Okay. So some people can, you can dig that. I don't hate it like as much as James does. It really does annoy James.
Yeah.
I've heard him say that numerous times. So if I don't know if I feel that way about it, but it's not a very cool scene, I don't think. But hey, Melissa likes it. Hell yeah.
You like what you like, for sure. Breezy saying, when Mike launches the guy in the air like Jason did Freddy, and the town lights go out. That scene when Mike launches.
Oh yeah, Bucky.
Bucky. Yes.
Don't you even think about leaving.
Yeah. Don't you even think about leaving.
I'm gonna have them on the phone here in a minute. Don't you think about leaving.
He does. He throws him out of the club, man. That's freaking awesome. Peter saying Diana worked at the radio station at the end, the girl who was at the counter. Okay.
Oh, okay. Right. That's what I was saying. I didn't know who she was. Okay. I got you.
All right.
I got you.
Melissa said, what bothers me is Lori drops the knife every time.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, if I dropped it once and he picked it back up, I probably would never drop it again.
No.
You know what I mean? Like I'd probably hold on to that. Like, well, let's at least take this away from him, for sure. Kyle is saying H4 when Loomis first gets back to Haddonfield and tells Sheriff Meeker that Michael Myers is back, and he doesn't buy it. And he says, he's here, Sheriff. Dude, that whole freaking sequence. What does he say? I don't know what word for word. He's like, a gas station in flames, a trail of bodies. He's freaking yelling. It's slightly before, it's a little ways before, but I didn't put the police force in here either, which I probably should have. But yeah, Loomis ain't playing, for sure.
Nah, he is not playing.
Melissa saying, Bucky, that was a great scene. It was a great scene. And James is saying, I had an uncle named Bucky. Oh, shoot. Oh shoot. Oh my goodness.
Oh
my
man.
goodness. All right. Who went last? Did you just go? I think I've lost track.
Yes, I think you do need to go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it is my turn.
Yeah.
I will do this. I'm gonna bring back Halloween H2O, and even though it wasn't the mask that I wanted, I still think the scene is iconic. When Michael and Laurie are face to face in between the door.
I thought about this one.
You know,
I thought about it.
20 years. It had been 20 years since they'd seen each other. And the way they lead it up to where they're just bam, face to face, only separated by that door with the window. I feel like that's an iconic scene. I just wish that it was a better mask with that. I felt like it would have made it more iconic, but it's still, even though, you know, I have the issues with it, I still feel like after 20 years, those two coming face to face, it had to be an iconic Halloween moment. I feel like it was. And yeah, I definitely have to put that one in there as well. I think that was a damn fine moment in Halloween H2O for sure. For sure. Melissa says, I have a great scene in Resurrection. I'm going to get her just watching and talking in the mirror. Then Michael jumps through and grabs him. I honestly don't remember that scene. I don't.
Resurrection.
Granted, it's been a minute since I've seen it. You know, in Resurrection, through the mirror. I don't remember that.
I don't remember a lot in Resurrection.
Yeah, I don't either. I wish I did though, Melissa, but I'll definitely take your word for that one for sure. James is saying ugliest mask ever. That's the H2O. All right.
Yeah, I think he's talking about, because there was a couple masks used in that film. There's one that James, I know he despises, and it is bad, but it's like got the extended neck. Have you seen that one, Michael?
We're talking about H2O.
H2O, yeah.
I know they used the 6 mask in H2O. They used their whatever version of the mask they decided to change to, and then they have a CGI mask. The CGI is very apparent when he kills the first kid, the boy, when he goes up there to get the what is it, a wine cork?
Yeah, there is one other mask in that movie that I don't know particularly what scenes it's in, because I actually what I guess now I've learned you call the hero. You know, the mask that is mainly, you know, in the film. I like the H2O hero mask. I do. I don't like the CGI. But yeah. But no, I'm not saying, Michael, but I'm not saying that scene wouldn't have been better with like an H1 mask. I'm not saying that. But I just didn't mind the H2O mask.
I gotcha.
I guess there's not many I dislike, honestly.
Hell yeah.
4.
I gotcha.
4.
Oracle's saying, I got that H2O t-shirt where Michael is face and Laurie through the window for the very first time. Gutter Garbs. Dude, first of all,
that's sick.
Gutter Garbs is freaking awesome. They come through with the shirts that are just, they're fantastic. So I can only imagine that shirt is dope. Hell yeah, Oracle. Hell yeah. Melissa is saying the blonde girl, Jen, she was weird in Resurrection. I wish I knew. I only watch Resurrection when I have to. Does that make sense? So I don't watch it too terribly often. Brother of a certain age is saying Busta Rhymes karate kicking Michael Myers. Yeah, that happened. I did. Breezy saying Rob Zombie's Halloween, where they show his room where it's a collection of his masks. Oh, in the prison. You talking about the prison? When he's in there and he has all those masks. Yeah. Let me know if that's what you're talking about. Jerry saying, how about when Michael is standing behind the shrubs? I'm assuming you're talking about in the OG. Dude, that's iconic. It is an iconic scene for sure. Absolutely great scene. Yes. DJ Plays Favorites is in the chat. And he's saying, hi, all. What's up, DJ? Hope you're doing well, my friend. All right, Matt, are you ready for your next scene?
I am. Let's take a look at my trusty old list here. And okay, I'm gonna go with Halloween Kills Michael standing on the porch in flames, man. That's it. That's all you need to know. Michael is standing there. The house is engulfed in flames. He slowly walks out with his halogen, if I'm saying that correctly, halogen tool.
Halogen.
Halogen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so good. It's so good. And then that whole scene is incredible. You know,
It is, man. It definitely is. And I mean, the only thing you can really compare that scene to is maybe in Halloween 6 where he goes into, that room and the doctors are all in there and he goes nuts in there.
wreaks havoc. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't think you can really compare anything else that has happened in Halloween movies to that. It was so brutal. So damn brutal. Didn't you think that Michael just looked like he'd had enough at that point when he came out of there?
Yes. And I would have been feeling the same way. Like, damn, that fire was hot. Went through I'm sick of this shit.
Got my fingers blown off.
Yeah. Half my face is burnt. Okay. I'm sick. Yeah. I'm sick of this shit for real. And he's done. He's done. And these annoying firefighters in his way are wrong place, wrong time.
I mean, I feel like he could have went out the back, but he didn't. And he went out the front where they all were. Just absolutely freaking amazing. That was actually my last scene that I had on here, Matt. That was the last one I had. Was the firefighter scene.
You know what I like about it too is how you see the firefighter's reaction.
Yeah.
Before he's even really fully out. Like, you can tell that they can kind of see him coming. They see something, coming, or even his footsteps sound like absolutely beast mode. But I love how you see their reaction. And from their reaction, when it goes to the porch, you're almost expecting Michael to already be there, but he's not. And he kind of slowly comes into focus. I thought that was done so well. So it's like one of the guys is almost kind of like, okay, is someone coming out of there? Or, like that. Like, oh, shit. Yeah. Okay, it was awesome. They caught it beautifully on camera.
Yeah. Like, here he comes.
It's little things like that I notice, but it's like, I thought that was sick.
Definitely, man. Definitely. What a fantastic scene, dude. And like I said, not to just keep repeating myself, but dude, so brutal. Such a brutal freaking scene for sure. Let's see what we got here. Breezy is saying Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, Mike snaps the shackles easily to escape. The strength that must have took to do, I'm sure that's not possible. When he just broke those shackles, yeah, like that was rough. That was rough. James is saying I like when Michael gets his balls roasted when Buster places those hot wires onto them. Oh, when he gets his balls shocked in Resurrection.
Cheese and crackers.
James. Oh, good God. Jerry Wilson is saying Halloween Kills firefighter scene was badass. So badass. So badass, dude. Brother of a certain age is saying in the Zombies' first Halloween, the slow motion sequence right after young Michael stabs the nurse with the fork and Loomis and Mom's run in. Yeah. Yeah. There's another scene that I really like in Rob Zombie's Halloween, and that's when they're arresting Michael, young Michael, and everything's like frozen, as the camera's panning right, and the only thing moving in the whole scene is Michael in the back of the car. I thought the way that was shot was freaking awesome. Like, that was freaking amazing.
I agree. And did you notice when the reporter is telling the violence of the act, that there's more that that wasn't shown to us? Did you notice that? Like, where they're saying that he stabbed the guy, the stepfather, numerous times in the face and chest. Did you catch all that?
Yeah.
That is much more brutal than what we saw. I thought that was really cool because I was really listening to that too, and I was like, "Oh, damn!"
Yeah.
He went ballistic.
the way that scene was shot, and they were just panning the camera to the right, you get to the police car with Michael sitting in there, and nothing else is moving except for him. You see him like look over. Like I love the way that was shot. It was so damn good.
Yeah. Michael, I'm going to use the restroom real quick, my friend.
Sure.
And you
All right.
hang out with our lovely chat, and I'll be right back, buddy.
All right, my man. All right. Let's see where we're at here. James is saying Michael's standing in the burning doorway in Kills. Dude, so freaking good. I remember the first time, going to a convention with James Courtney was there. I was so excited to meet him. And that was what I wanted to talk to him about. It's like I had all these things that I wanted to say, and all I said to him was the fucking firefighter scene. We got to talk about that. And he talked about, all the layers he had on, like all the burn protection. He said he was walking with his eyes closed. He said he couldn't see anything. It was so good. So good. Melissa saying, I still love all the scenes with the little boy in 18 when the babysitters try to shut the closet door and opens up and Michael comes out. Yeah. Like that kid, was it Julian? Was it Julian? Or I think it was Julian was his name. Yeah, definitely. Peter is saying the strobe light Dr. Nurse Slaughter scene in part 6. So yeah, dude, that was absolutely crazy. That was nuts. Like the way they filmed that, it was so damn good. So damn good. James is saying, I never understand why there were metal utensils in the asylum. That was dumb. Yeah, but I mean, I guess I could see that both ways. I guess I could see that both ways. It's I see it. Melissa says, Michael, you're still going live tomorrow night too, right? Yes, I should be going live tomorrow at 9 p.m. We should be doing some horror shorts tomorrow. Definitely looking forward to going back and doing those. Kyle is saying Judith's boyfriend getting beat to death while with the aluminum bat in Zombie's first Halloween was brutal. Yeah, I mean, he made a sandwich or something, didn't he? Like, how rude. Jerry's also throwing up the link to the merch shop. Yeah, if you want to get some Movies and Beyond merch, you can do so right there. Jerry has put the link in, so you can go over. There's a bunch of stuff. I know it shows up on my YouTube channel, but that's just a selection of items that YouTube picks. Like I didn't even pick those. If you go over to the shop and click on the tabs up there, you'll be able to see everything that's over there. They have like men's, women's, kids. They have all kinds of stuff over there. So go check it out. Thanks for putting that up there, Jerry. Thanks for putting that up. Melissa said yes, that was Julian. Okay, I thought so. Julius was in Jason Takes Manhattan, the boxer. But yes, very close in names for sure. Breezy is saying Loomis Halloween 4 speech where he says, I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I knew that hell would not have him. Second best Loomis speech in the franchise behind his OG dialogue. Yes, I actually had that on my list and forgot about it until you said that. I'm looking at it right now. Definitely, yes, Halloween 5 when he is talking to, that's actually Halloween 5 when he's talking to Meeker. It is Halloween 5, right? Yeah, that's Halloween 5. That was his Halloween 5 speech. At least I'm pretty sure. 90% sure. So there is room for error there. There's definitely room for error, Breezy, for sure. Breezy's also saying H2 opening where Mike is walking, suddenly hears Loomis yelling after what had just transpired. All right. Oh, yeah. Jerry Wilson saying the darkest souls are not those in which choose to exist within the hell of the abyss, but those which choose to move silently among us. Well said. Well said. So what you got there, Matt? What mask have you brought on?
Oh, buddy, this is another Corey Taylor of Slipknot, my friend.
I thought it was.
I am really, really, really becoming a fan of these masks. And I like that I can, I got my mouth with this one, man. It's pretty nice. This is another one that'll probably be getting signed by the man himself. something I'm super excited about. I am definitely a fan. Lydia's a mega fan. Um, and yeah, yeah. So that's a cool part about Horror Hound. You know, so that's what I'm rocking, my friend.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
man.
and all these will be available, through our shop. Um, so
Super cool.
for
Super cool.
sure.
Jeff D'Angelo saying my top favorite scene would have to be the hot tub scene death in Halloween 2. Yeah, that was a brutal death. For sure. Her face gets tore up, and Michael, he has like no emotion to pushing her head in there. But Jeff is also saying that Kaylee just jumped in the chat. What's up, Kaylee? I hope you're
Hello,
doing well.
Kaylee.
Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. But we are just doing an hour and a half tonight, and that is coming up within the next 10 minutes. So we are going to wrap up here soon. But I do want to get through all the stuff that you guys want to talk about before we get out of here. And Matt, did you want to talk about any Mad Matt stuff before we got out of
You
here
know
this
what?
evening?
The only thing that I want to do, since we are talking Michael Myers,
Yeah.
is I wanted to show you guys the new Rob Zombie Halloween figure from Trick or Treat Studios. It's so gorgeous, and I'm just excited to have those in the shop. So I do have that available. I want to show you guys. And another thing, there is one other thing I'd like to say. You know, the mask I had on at the beginning of the show. I'm sorry. Is a gentleman who he's an ex-firefighter. He is retired, and he's a huge horror fan. His name is Chris. For the life of me, I'm going to get his last name. He has started to make these masks with his wife, these scarecrow masks, and everything is hand done, the stitching, everything. They are absolutely beautiful, man. And he always makes them just one of one. No mask is no mask, or no two are alike.
Right.
So that's something we're super excited about. We got two in the shop. Those were already sold. To a father and son, which I thought was very cool. And they're going to be a scarecrow duo. But that's just something that I'm always striving for, is to try to get things in there that you don't see anywhere else, man. So check us out for that. I'll be posting some of the new ones online as they come in. But that's something I'm very excited about. And he is just super talented. They're high quality. I just had it on. You can breathe through it. You can see through it. It fits well, and they look fantastic.
Very detailed.
Yeah, man.
Very detailed.
They are. And you don't see, a lot of those masks when they're stitching and stuff like that, it's all just like in the mold or whatever. Like, it's not done by hand these days, and I get that. That takes time. That takes more money and everything. But he's also very, very reasonable on his pricing too. So, yeah. But that's a few things I have. Thank you very much for letting me tell you guys about some of the stuff we're doing. I still love it. We're 5 years deep, and I absolutely I'm just getting more and more excited. There's always something new that we're trying to do. And with the show, with the wonderful people on here, the people I've met through the shop, like the love I have for this horror community just continues to grow, my friend. And I want to say that as well. I absolutely love you guys. And, I won't stop trying to bring you some of the best collectibles possible. Yeah,
that's cool. So do you have the figure?
I do. You want me to show it right now?
Yeah,
okay.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah,
let's do it. Let's see that.
Give me 1 second, brother.
All right, I'll read some of these while you get that. Let's see. James is saying, no, don't. I love these shows. Don't go off the air. Don't worry, James. We'll be back tomorrow night. I'll be back tomorrow night. We'll be doing some horror shorts for sure. Oracle says one of my favorite sayings in Halloween 2 is when Loomis is chasing after Ben Tramer. I always thought that scene was so funny. He got blasted by that car for sure, man. For sure. Breezy said H5 when Mike gets trapped by Loomis. Yep. Yep. James is saying I got mine. It's an awesome figure. I love Rob Zombie's Myers look. He is so badass. Oh yeah. Breezy is saying Halloween 6 Mike chase scene with the mother and her child shows one of Mike's powers, weather manipulation. I got you. He can manipulate the weather. I'd love to hear Loomis say that. He can make it rain. He'll make it rain. Then we're fucked. James is saying the scarecrow masks are so cool. Yeah, that looks super. That looked freaking. I thought it looked cool as hell for sure. Breezy saying Mike when he suddenly finds Tommy in the asylum and Tommy escapes last second. That scene is ominous. Oh yeah, in Halloween 6. Yes. Paul Rudd's Tommy Doyle. Ant-Man. All right, Matt, what you got?
Okay, buddy. Okay, and you know I'm not the best at showing these through the camera. I've got him in a nice little pose with his knife, and then after I show the figure, I'm going to show you this amazing Judith Myers tombstone that comes with the figure.
All right.
But oh my God, look at those Rob Zombie coveralls, man. His hands are dirty. There's weathering on the coveralls themselves. I'll get a little closer. But
yeah, that looks slick.
Is gorgeous, man. It's very, very screen accurate. I was super impressed. And this figure is heavy. He has got some, like, look at that sculpt there. That is Rob Zombie all day.
Yeah,
the knife looks good. But the detail on his hands, like the vein work. And he's a beast. They're absolutely massive. I think this guy stands about 13 inches tall. But yeah, those are available. Super, super excited to have these, man. I know James has been waiting a long time, and yeah, he's got one in his possession now, and I know he loves it. So that's the Rob Zombie H1 figure from Trick or Treat Studios. Absolutely phenomenal. And it's even got his little side shoulder patch there. Like, they didn't miss out on anything, dude. Didn't miss out on anything. There's the pants a little bit. But yeah, very, very accurate. And then check out this tombstone, Michael.
All right.
I believe it's made out of resin. It's absolutely massive. It's got some good weight to it as well. But there is the Judith Myers tombstone. You can even see like the detail. Gosh, where am I going with that sucker? But yeah, that is
that looks freaking awesome.
Tombstone, my friend. You kind of just, I have it where I set him on my shelf, place the tombstone behind him. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So these are readily available, but they are going quick. I will say that. They are going quick. And I know I believe they're sold out through Trick or Treat. So I believe we're sitting on maybe about 5 or 6 of these at the moment. So if it is something you're interested in, please reach out, get a hold of us sooner than later. Yeah. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, of course. And you can do that on Instagram or Facebook. Jerry was putting the links up earlier. If one of you guys throw those links up there one more time, so those guys, anybody that wants one can get it. Like he was saying, they are sold out through Trick or Treat, so you can definitely get one from Mad Matt's Mask. So that's there with that. For everyone else, doing this and going back to Halloween, I always love when we get into these Halloween conversations and the amount of engagement with scenes that, you could just tell by watching the live chat and all the scenes that everyone's throwing out, that they absolutely, Halloween has like one of the hugest fan bases, and everybody has their own, little favorite scenes that happen. And some of them that, that we talk about are so like little subtle things. Like you talk about, the Halloween 5 that we started off with you, how Michael just turns his head and looks up. Like those are the types of things, that get to you. And you're just like, holy shit. You can tell that you really love a franchise when you can break it down to those little moments of just, a look, or
Absolutely.
I do the same thing I do it with Halloween, I do it with Nightmare, I do it with Friday, you know, and that's one of the things you could tell how someone is just a super fan. It's so much fun. It's so much fun to talk about. And like that, Matt, we always talk about all these little new theories that just we talk ourselves into, to where it's just like, you know, I never really thought about it that way. Maybe I should look at it this
I
way.
love some of the ones you bring up, man. I do. Some of it I really haven't thought about, actually. And I feel like I think a lot on it. But yeah, you bring up a lot.
I think it's because I'm an overthinker. And I know that's annoying to like a lot of people, usually for an overthinker to be a part of the group. But it's just like, you know, when I sit there, you know, and I can't sleep at night, those are the things I think about. Like, I wonder if, you know, you're sitting there thinking about a movie that's over 40 years old, and you're thinking about like a small individual moment. It's like, that could change the course of everything. You know what I mean? I laugh at it when I think about it, but it's just so much fun to do. It's just so much freaking fun to do.
What you really have me still thinking about is, was Michael really there in the sheet scene, or was that kind of him in her head? I'm really,
yeah, dude. I'll send you a link. I want you to check out this video I did. I
was going to ask you, do you ever go down a rabbit hole and like look into it?
I did. I called it. It was like Halloween. What if? Hell, it might have been. It's probably a year and a half ago at this point. And I just went down the rabbit hole with it. Like, you know, I'm not saying that this is what it is, but, you know, went through pretty much the whole movie of like, well, what if we look at it this way? What if we look at it that way? And it was fun to do, man. You know, it got a lot of views on YouTube, and I never really followed up with it because that's just kind of how I do things. You know, it's a lot of spur of the moment stuff for me, and I don't make a lot of videos, but that one I did, and it was fun to play with. It was definitely fun, for sure. A little bit of my rabbit hole backwards thinking with everything. But yeah, I'll send you that link, man. Check it out. I think it's like a 10-minute video or something. You know, I never do anything.
Very
super
cool.
long.
I'd love to check that out.
Man.
To check that out.
Yeah,
I do see where Breezy said, you know, send me one of those figures. We can ship those to you. You just you know, obviously would pay the shipping as well, but we can do that. Just get a hold of us. Yeah, send that over to me, Michael. I you know, hell, you know, I love 78, man.
yeah.
And I love those scenes. I went down a rabbit hole of I think I was telling you about it, I believe, where there were scripts of Halloween that were scratched.
Yeah.
You know, but had been fully written out, and that's a fun one too.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know, there's some you're like, well, damn, I would have rather had that. And then there's some where you're like, okay, I see why they scratched that. But very, very fun to go down that.
This is a good one if you like that. If you like Lost.
Okay.
This is a great, and it's Bible sized. I'm not saying it's the Bible for all you people out there. I'm just saying it's thick as shit, like the Bible.
I see that.
Definitely Taking Shape Part 2. Definitely a great one. If you like to read scripts, I've got a physical copy because I like to look through it, but I also have it on audiobook. So sometimes I'll be driving and just listening to all the Halloweens that could have been. And I will tell you this, they had some great ideas for Halloween 5. They did, but we got what we got. There was some cool shit in there, man. You should definitely check it out.
You're right. They really did have some good ideas for 5 particularly. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Oh freaking yeah. But this has been awesome tonight, you guys. This has been an absolute blast. And tomorrow night, 9 p.m., I will be back doing horror shorts. And I can't wait to hang out with you fine people again tomorrow. All of you guys have been great. Matt, thanks for coming, buddy. Thanks for talking Halloween with me tonight.
Absolutely, Michael. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. You guys are amazing. And we will see you guys next time. Peace.
Love you, freaks.
Toodaloo, motherfucker. Hey.